Hey everyone, Max here. So, you know that feeling, right? You're scrolling through Instagram, maybe Facebook, and you see it. Your high school classmate, Brenda, just bought her third vacation home. Your cousin Steve is showing off his brand new luxury SUV. And you're sitting there, maybe a bit annoyed, maybe a bit deflated, thinking, how are they doing it? What secret did I miss? Because I'm working hard, I'm trying to save, and I definitely don't have a third vacation home. Here's the thing. What if I told you that Brenda and Steve, while they might look rich, are often just playing a different game? And what if I told you the real millionaires, the truly wealthy people in this country, are probably the ones you'd least expect? They're your neighbor who drives a 10-year-old Toyota. They're the unassuming couple at the grocery store buying store-brand cereal. They're the hidden rich. My name is Max, and I spend way too much time thinking about how people actually build wealth, not just how they appear to. If you're someone who feels like you're doing all the right things with your money, but still not seeing the results you expect, or if you're just tired of feeling like you're falling behind because of what you see on social media, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we're pulling back the curtain on the most misunderstood aspect of wealth building. Look, we live in a world obsessed with outward displays of wealth. Big houses, fancy cars, designer clothes, exotic vacations. We are bombarded with images that scream, this is what rich looks like. But here's what most people don't realize. Very often, what you see isn't wealth at all. It's debt. Or it's a tiny sliver of someone's actual net worth, presented in a way that's designed to impress. This isn't just my opinion. Thomas Stanley, the author of The Millionaire Next Door, spent decades studying actual millionaires, and his findings, absolutely shocking. He found that the vast majority of millionaires do not live in fancy neighborhoods. They do not drive expensive new cars. They do not wear designer clothes. In fact, a huge percentage of them, get this, have never spent more than a few $100s on a watch. Now you might be thinking, Max, come on. If I had $1 million, I'd totally buy a nice watch. And that's exactly the mental trap we fall into. We assume that having money means you should spend it. But the hidden rich understand a fundamental truth. Wealth isn't what you spend, it's what you keep. Let me give you a concrete example. Meet Mark and Lisa. Mark is a high school teacher. Lisa is a librarian. Combined income, maybe $110,000 a year. They live in a modest home, paid off their mortgage early. They drive used cars, a Honda CR-V that's 8 years old and a Toyota Corolla that's 12. They pack their lunches, take staycations, and generally live what most people would consider a very average life. They contribute consistently to their 401ks and IRAs, and they have a small, diversified investment portfolio. No flashy vacations, no designer anything. Then you have David and Sarah. David is a sales manager. Sarah works in marketing. Combined income, $180,000 a year. Higher income, right? They live in a slightly newer, bigger house, but it comes with a much larger mortgage. They lease brand new luxury SUVs every 3 years. They take impressive international trips, eat out frequently, and their kids are in every expensive extracurricular activity imaginable. Their social media looks amazing. Now, who do you think is richer? Most people, seeing David and Sarah's lifestyle, would immediately say them. Higher income, flashier life. But here's where the hidden rich rule comes in. Mark and Lisa, with their modest income and unassuming lifestyle, consistently save and invest about 20% of their gross income. That's 22,000 IR. Let's say I started this at age 25. By age 55, assuming a conservative 722,000 a year. Let's say they started this at age 25. By age 55, assuming a conservative 7% annual return, they would have over 22,000 IR. Let's say I started this at age 25. By age 55, assuming a conservative $2.2 million. Asterisk asterisk. David and Sarah, on the other hand, despite their higher income, spend almost all of it. Between the mortgage on the bigger house, the car leases, the vacations, the dining out, and keeping up appearances, they only manage to save about 5% of their income, which is 9,000 IR. After 30 years, at the same 79,000 a year. After 30 years, at the same 7% return, they would have just over 9,000 IR. After 30 years, at the same 900,000 asterisk asterisk. That's a difference of over $1.3 million. And the kicker, everyone thinks David and Sarah are the rich ones. Everyone thinks Mark and Lisa are just getting by. This is the psychological shift. The hidden rich understand that building wealth is a long game, played in private, not a performance for public consumption. So, what are the core principles of these unassuming millionaires? How do they do it? It really boils down to 3 key rules that challenge almost everything we're taught about money. Rule number 1, they prioritize net worth over income. Here's what most people don't realize. A high income is absolutely fantastic, but it's not a direct indicator of wealth. It's a tool. Think of it like a powerful engine in a car. If that car has a massive leak in its fuel tank, it doesn't matter how powerful the engine is. It's still going to run out of gas. Many high-income earners are like that leaky fuel tank. They earn a lot, but they spend even more. They get caught in what's often called lifestyle inflation. Every raise, every bonus, every promotion just means a bigger house, a fancier car, more expensive hobbies. Their spending expands to fill their income. They're on the hedonic treadmill, constantly needing more just to feel the same level of satisfaction and never actually getting ahead in terms of net worth. The hidden rich, on the other hand, are obsessed with their net worth, not just their income. They understand that net worth is your true financial scoreboard. It's what you own minus what you owe. And guess what doesn't count towards your net worth? That leased luxury car. That giant mortgage that still has 25 years on it. Those designer clothes you bought on credit. Those are liabilities or depreciating assets, not wealth generators. For the hidden rich, every financial decision is viewed through the lens of, how will this impact my net worth? They're not asking, can I afford the monthly payment? They're asking, is this asset going to grow my wealth or just consume it? This is a subtle but profound difference. Actionable step. If you haven't already, start tracking your net worth, not just your bank balance. Get a spreadsheet. Use a free online tool like Personal Capital or Mint. Update it once a month. Seeing that number, watching it hopefully grow, is one of the most powerful motivators you can have. It shifts your focus from what you earn to what you build. Rule number 2, they practice stealth wealth. This is where it gets really interesting, and it's the core of the hidden rich concept. Stealth wealth isn't about being cheap. It's about being financially strategic and not caring what other people think about your spending. The hidden rich don't buy things to impress others. They buy things for utility, for quality, for longevity, or for a specific purpose that aligns with their values. They understand that trying to keep up with the Joneses is a losing game because the Joneses are often broke and in debt trying to keep up with someone else. Think about it. Who benefits when you buy a brand new car you can't truly afford? The car company. Who benefits when you lease a luxury SUV? The dealership. Who benefits when you buy an overpriced designer handbag? The fashion house. Very rarely does your net worth benefit from these purchases. I once knew a guy, high-level executive, earning well over $300,000 a year. Drove a beat-up old pickup truck from the late 90s, wore simple clothes, lived in a perfectly nice but not ostentatious home. Nobody would have pegged him as a millionaire, but he invested aggressively, lived far below his means, and quietly built a massive portfolio. He owned his time, his choices, and his freedom. That old pickup truck was a symbol of his liberation, not his poverty. Now, you might be thinking, Max, I work hard. I deserve to treat myself. And absolutely, you do. But there's a huge difference between treating yourself occasionally within your means and constructing an entire lifestyle designed to impress others, often at the expense of your financial future. The hidden rich understand this distinction deeply. They treat themselves, but it's usually with experiences or investments or things that truly add value to their lives, not just fleeting status symbols. Actionable step, do a status symbol audit. Look around your life. What purchases have you made, or are you contemplating primarily because of how you think others will perceive them? Is it the car, the vacation, the clothes, the house? Be brutally honest with yourself. Then consider if that money could be better allocated towards something that genuinely increases your long-term wealth or provides deeper, lasting happiness. Often, the answer is yes. Rule number 3, they master the art of delayed gratification. This is perhaps the hardest rule for most people, especially in our instant gratification society. We want it now, and we want it easy. But wealth, true wealth, is almost always the result of patient, consistent, and often boring delayed gratification. Here's another common assumption, that wealthy people just got lucky or inherited money. While that happens sometimes, it's far from the norm. Stanley's research found that 86% of millionaires are self-made. Let that sink in. These are people who, for the most part, started with nothing and build it up over time. How? Through years, often decades, of choosing to invest instead of spend, choosing to save instead of splurge, choosing the reliable used car instead of the flashy new one. It's not sexy. It's not exciting. It's just disciplined. Let's look at the math again. Consider the power of compounding. If you invest $500 a month starting at age 25 by age 65, with a $7,500 a month starting at age 25 by age 65, with a 7% return, you have over $500 a month starting at age 25 by age 65 with a 1.2 million. Asterisk asterisk, if you wait just 10 years and start at age 35, contributing the same $500 a month by age 65, you'd only have about asterisk operator 500 a month. By age 65, you'd only have about 500 a month. By age 65, you'd only have about asterisk operator 580,000 asterisk asterisk. That 10-year delay cost you almost $650,000. That's the cost of instant gratification. That's the power of patience. The hidden rich understand that every dollar they invest today has the potential to become many dollars tomorrow. So they make sacrifices today for a much bigger payoff in the future. They play the long game. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy your life. It means you enjoy it strategically. It means you build a foundation first, and then you have the freedom to enjoy life on your own terms without worrying about whether the next paycheck will cover your extravagant spending. It means you gain true financial independence. Actionable step. Identify one area in your life where you can practice delayed gratification this week. Maybe it's putting that online shopping cart aside for 24 hours. Maybe it's cooking at home instead of getting takeout. Maybe it's automating an extra $50 transfer to your investment account. Start small. Build a muscle. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more rewarding the long-term results will be. The psychology behind it all, why it's so hard and why it matters. So, why is this hidden rich approach so difficult for most people? It's not just about math, it's deeply deeply psychological. First, social pressure. We are wired to conform, to fit in. When everyone around you is upgrading their lifestyle, it feels almost painful not to. We experience FOMO, fear of missing out, and not just on experiences, but on possessions. The hidden rich have developed an immunity to this. They understand that true freedom is more valuable than social approval. Second, our brains are bad at long-term thinking. Our ancient brains are designed for immediate threats and rewards. Saving for retirement 30 years from now feels abstract and unrewarding compared to the immediate dopamine hit of a new purchase. The hidden rich have trained their brains to value future freedom over present pleasure. They actively visualize their future self, debt-free, independent, and make choices for that person. And third, the illusion of control. Many people feel that if they just earn more money, all their problems will disappear. They believe that a higher income will automatically lead to wealth. But as we've seen, that's often a mirage. True control comes from managing what you have regardless of how much it is and consistently putting it to work for your future. The hidden rich embrace this, even when their income might not be sky high. This is where it gets really important. When you constantly chase the outward display of wealth, you are effectively giving away your most valuable asset, your financial freedom. You become a slave to the paycheck, constantly needing to earn more just to maintain a lifestyle that isn't actually making you wealthy. The hidden rich, they're quietly breaking those chains. They're accumulating assets. They're building a fortress of financial security. And one day, they wake up and they realize they don't have to work anymore if they don't want to. They have choices. They have options. They have freedom. And that, my friends, is the ultimate luxury. Building your own hidden wealth. So, how do you become one of the hidden rich? It's not complicated, but it requires discipline and a shift in perspective. Live below your means, consistently. This is non-negotiable. It doesn't mean deprivation. It means conscious spending. Automate your savings and investments first before you pay for anything else. If you earn $5,000 a month, live like you earn $4,000. Invest the difference. Invest early and often. Compound interest is your best friend. The sooner you start, the less you have to save overall to reach your goals. Even small amounts, consistently invested, become huge over time. Don't chase speculative investments. Focus on broad market index funds for consistent, long-term growth. Avoid lifestyle inflation. When you get a raise or a bonus, don't immediately upgrade your entire life. Take a small portion to enjoy and invest the majority. Resist the urge to keep up with the Joneses. They're probably just drowning in debt anyway. Embrace frugality as a strength. See smart spending and saving as a point of pride, not something to be ashamed of. There's power in saying no to unnecessary expenses and yes to your financial future. Educate yourself continuously. The more you understand about investing, taxes, and financial planning, the better decisions you'll make. This channel is a great start. Keep learning, keep growing. It sounds simple, right? And it is. But simple isn't always easy. It requires commitment. It requires choosing your future self over your present desires. But I promise you, the payoff is immense. The peace of mind, the security, the ultimate freedom that comes from being truly wealthy, not just looking like it, is worth every single disciplined choice you make. So let's stop chasing the illusion of wealth. Let's start building real wealth, silently, powerfully, and effectively. Let's become the hidden rich. If this video gave you a new perspective on wealth, please hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe for more straightforward financial advice that cuts through the noise. What's one thing you do to practice stealth wealth? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.